Today I'm taking you to two of the most popular naturist resorts in France. They have space for thousands of guests, and still every summer these places get fully booked. But I'm gonna show you the best way to visit them. Listen, so peaceful. I love it. Last time we were here, it was in August, and the place was packed. Every single spot was taken, and now it's just so quiet. So quiet that I have the intention to whisper. There are people, there is a vibe, but it's just not this high voltage energy that you have as during in summer.
It's 10:30 and we're on our way to the shop to buy breakfast. If you're used to traveling in the summer, you probably think that we are wasting our time, but look at us go!
We're going! Go, Jack, go, go! How funny is it gonna be that when we arrive at 10:30 that there's no more bread available. Ja, goed. Alright, score!
It was close, there wasn't that much left. Just for the record, even in summer you don't really need to be here at 8. There's also the option to make a reservation for your bread, but that's difficult.
And also I don't know what I want to eat the day after to make a reservation, and I don't like the pressure. I love the freedom of not making a reservation.
This also counts for the restaurant. In the high season you can forget it to get a table if you just show up in the evening. You have to make reservations. And we don't really want to decide in the morning whether we want to have dinner or not. I know this sounds kind of snobbish when I'm saying it like this, but that's just how we are. But ironically enough, we're gonna go to make a reservation.
Alright, that's done.
There's about a 90% chance that we didn't actually need a reservation, but there's a band playing tonight, so you're never sure, and we really want to see the band. Breakfast at 11, that's the good life. We always think that it would be a great idea to show you a day in our life on the Naturist campground. But then there's always this reality check that we don't really do that much.
Did you now just say to the whole world that we're lazy?
It's not lazy, we're working. Of course, this is our job and we also have to work here. And that is another advantage of traveling in the shoulder seasons. The Wi-Fi actually works. This morning I have uploaded a whole video to YouTube, but shh, don't tell them. We could show you how we can spend the whole day just on our pitch, doing some work, having a nap, reading a book, but that's probably gonna be really boring. So let's go to the active side of the campground instead. If you're unfamiliar with this resort, it's basically divided into two parts. There's the active side where all the facilities are, and then this side is mostly like the quiet side where all the camping is, and it's connected by this small tunnel. So let's see how busy the active side is during low season or lowish season.
Looking at the amount of shoes in front of the swimming pool, it's quite busy.
Trying to film the swimming pool at this time of the day would be kind of like a death wish. But if everything goes well, we will publish a video about Belize where we can show you the whole pool on our other channel, Destination Clothes Free. How busy the pool area is, how quiet the rest of the resort is.
This is heaven for content creators. There's absolutely nobody. I bet you can do 360 without anybody in the picture. Let's do it. Faster, Nick, faster. Bam!
This is not how I remember Belize. In high season there's lots and lots of people. There are people playing games, there are people doing sports, the lawn is full with people. Maybe that's my imagination, but that's how I remember it. It kind of feels strange that it's so quiet.
Yeah, I feel you. It feels kind of strange to be walking around on a campsite that is huge and there's just nobody here. It's a little bit creepy even.
It's not that creepy, they're just all at the pool.
No, but yeah, okay, yeah. Here it's a little bit creepy. Normally Nick and I are never in the sun, we're always in the shade, just because it's too hot. But now there's a breeze.
I really enjoy being here this time of the year, partially because it's so easy to film, and in the end, that's the main reason why we are here, but also because it's so peaceful. It's so quiet. But then again, we know that we have the summer season ahead of us and that we will be spending a lots of time on Naturist places and nude beaches in the heat of the high season, so maybe that's why we enjoy this more. I don't know.
We're taking the full advantage of the quietness and the peacefulness. Yeah.
It's the silence before the storm, maybe.
Yeah.
But if this would be our only holiday in the year, would we come now or in summer?
Now. Absolutely loving the outdoor showers, especially when there's no queue. The only thing that you need to take into account is when you're taking your outdoor shower. Just because when the sun is out, it's good. When the sun sets, this time of the year, it gets a little bit chilly. But now it's perfect.
And this counts for all sanitary facilities. And yes, it probably looks kind of awkward. I'm just standing here vlogging while Lin's showering. But it does count for all sanitary facilities. Like doing the dishes in the morning, there's never a queue, even on peak hour. And also for going to the toilets, because yeah, nobody likes having somebody sit just next to it. And I did say sit. So these are all benefits from shoulder seasons. Reservation clearly wasn't necessary. We both went for the raw fish, raw meat option, only in France. It looks really beautiful, and now I'm just gonna screw it up completely. Because that's what you're supposed to do.
And I'm just gonna go for the graceful option.
This has nothing to do with differences between shoulder seasons and high season. Just wanted to show you delicious food. But then the big downside of the shoulder season is that this is one of the very few popular resorts in France where it's totally fine to be naked anywhere. But yet, we are clothed because it's getting kind of chilly.
But if you say, baby, can I hold you tonight? Baby, if I told you the right words at the right time, you'd be mine.
We were certain that spring is the perfect time for a naked vacation. But to make sure that our point is proven, we headed towards another very popular naturist resort.
We are in the valley of the Cèze River, which is also known as the Naked Valley because there are several naturist campsites very, very close to each other. So it's much more common to see naked people here than clothed people. But right now, there are no naked people yet, except for this one, which came with me. We came here very early to get a chance to film because yesterday afternoon when we arrived here, this beach was almost packed. We can feel that high season is just around the corner, but it's still chill. Like we still get the chance to film in the early mornings. We just came a little bit too early. I had hoped for some shots with beautiful morning light, but morning light is still behind the rock. You think it's try out the water time already?
No way. Way too early.
Later today, we both will have to get into that water. There's no way around it. But I'm just not gonna worry about this just yet.
Waiting for the sun in the early mornings can be peaceful as well. If you just listen to the birds, to nature.
This is what our life really looks like. Waiting for the sun, waiting for the people to go away, waiting for the swimming pool to open, searching for a corner in the restaurant where there's nobody there. If you ever thought about becoming a naturist vlogger, think twice. No, I'm joking, it's an awesome job. Alright, we found a corner of sunlight that should be sufficient for a thumbnail, because there are already people arriving. Some behind the scenes of this channel. The campground we're staying at is called Domaine de la Sablière, and it's once again one of the most popular naturist campsites in all of France. And also, campground is kind of an understatement. This place has about 500 pitches, I believe, and lots of rentals, but you don't really notice that. The big pride of Sablière is that it's in the middle of lots and lots of nature. And you can see this here. Like, this is where we are staying. In less than a month, every single pitch is gonna be full, but now we don't really have neighbors. Not here. Not here. We do have neighbors on the other side. Not gonna show you. But even if every pitch is full, you still have lots of space, I guess. We have been here before in the summer, and it felt like a small nature's campground and not like a big resort. It's just better now. This is confirmed too. There's still lots and lots of bread.
And I can also confirm that we're gonna eat it.
Our personal preferences aside, this time of the year is also the best time to shoot video, because when the resort is not fully booked, we can show you some of the rentals. That's a lot of rentals to check out, and we're gonna start with this one. This is a 007. We're not gonna show you all of them. That's for our other channel, Destination Clothes Free, where we give the full tour of this place and all the other places we visit. But just to give you a glimpse of what a rental in Sablière looks like.
This is what it looks like.
Instead of taking you to every single rental we visited, we'll skip ahead towards the part where we show you why we really wanted to come here. Well, why I really wanted to come here.
I was really looking forward to coming back to La Sablière. And I mean, it's an awesome campsite, absolutely. But for me, the main reason why I really wanted to come back is because of these babies. I know, right? I can only imagine during high season that there is a queue of maybe, I'm gonna say 100 kids, I don't know, all waiting to go into the slides. And then, you know, as a grown-up, it's a little bit strange to like behave like a kid among kids. And that's why I love it. I'm here all alone. I can go crazy. I can go in the slides and just be a kid. Whee! Without being weird. Or maybe it's gonna be weird. I don't know. See? You can just let the kid inside of you come out and don't be weird.
By now, we hope that you're convinced about the joys of traveling in low season. But just for the sake of completeness, we're going to ask a professional. Our friend Vianney used to manage a naturist campground in Belgium and now runs a restaurant at the campground across the river. But this also means...
Alright, forget everything I said in this video. This is not the right season to travel. The water is way too cold. Like, way too cold. This is the worst season to travel. Really? Don't travel in shoulder seasons, especially not in spring.
You know my opinion about that, right? It's just Nick being very cold and very silly. But we made it.
At least we made it to the other side. Now I hope it's the right side. It's been a while since we went from one campsite to the other. We'll need to be a bit careful with the camera here, because we only have permission to film at Sablière, not at this place. If you've been following our channel for a while, you may recognize Vianney.
Hello!
It's in a different setting. He used to be in Belgium, now he's here in France. And I want to know, qu'est-ce que c'est ton saison préférée?
Le moment préféré est le mois de juin.
Maintenant.
Maintenant.
Et voilà. Pourquoi?
Parce que c'est plus calme, il fait chaud, il fait beau et on a vraiment le temps de profiter. En été, il y a un peu plus de monde.
That's what I said, basically. I think that by now we made our point why we like traveling in May and June. But of course, all of this is very, very personal. So let us know what your favorite travel period is in the comments. But one thing is certain, we are getting out of France before the high season starts. But we're going somewhere else. And if you want to know where that is,
Make sure you subscribe to our channel, put on your notifications if you don't want to miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and we see you in 2 weeks.
bye.
Today I'm taking you with me, and and popular, I mean really big popular.
That you can get a table just by showing up in the evening. You have to make reservations. And in Sri, it's so quiet, and there's almost nothing. Every activity you can imagine, they just do it here. And also lots of weird stuff, like not weird stuff. That's not okay to say that the choir is weird.
But maybe it is a little bit weird.
It's weird to us. Okay, let's do that again. We are in the valley of the Cèze River, which is also known as the Naked Valley, because there are several naturist camps. Still have to wake up. It looks a lot quieter here than where we're coming from.
Yeah, well, you can see the picture because I'm going to do a lot of things.
Would definitely be a good time to camp here.
For sure.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the camera. We took friends over and he's just replying to everything I'm saying.